Hey Nomkins, how you doing? Welcome to It Moves. It's a private playthrough for May. Let's go. Bedtime. Bedtime is supposed to be a happy event for a tired child. For me, it was terrifying. While some children might complain about being put to bed before they had finished watching a film or playing their favourite video game, when I was a child, nighttime was something to truly fear. Somewhere in the back of my mind it still is. This is me. Full of toys and stuff. Posters from a movie. I got it from my brother. It's a wolf. It's a bunk bed. I sleep in the top. I cannot prove that what happened to me was objectively real, but I can swear that what I experienced was genuine horror. A fear, which in my life, I'm glad to say, has never been equalled. I will relate it to you. All now, as best I can, make of it what you will. But I'll be glad to just get it off of my chest. Okay? This is my father. Good for you. I can't remember exactly when it started, but my apprehension towards falling asleep seemed to correspond with my being moved into a room of my own. Okay. This is my mother, I guess. This is my mother. Wonderful, thank you for that. What a lovely house you have. This is my brother's room. He told me yesterday to keep out of the room that we both had shared until then. I was 8 years old at the time, and until then I had shared a room quite happily with my older brother. As is perfectly understandable for a boy 5 years my senior, my brother eventually wished for a room of his own, and as a result, I was given the room at the back of the house. As my brother was given a new bed, I was given the bunk beds, which we used to share. While I was upset about sleeping on my own, I was excited at the thought of being able to sleep in the top bunk, which seemed far more adventurous to me. Don't go pulling out too much stuff now. It's bedtime soon. Thanks, Dad. You fucking idiot. Oh, hi, Mum. How's it going? Alright, it's bedtime. Already? Yes, adults need their sleep, you see. You'll be sleeping alone for the first time. You excited? Yes, Mum. Alright, I'm turning off the lights. Good night. Good night. Spooky dooky, huh? Chapter 1 is Cave. So this is a short game based on a creepypasta. I think it's about an hour long, give or take. Maybe a bit longer. I think it depends how stupid I am. Yes, that's safe. Well, this seems to be a dream, a lovely dream. There's a vibrating rabbit man in a tree. A little goblin thing on top of a house, beautiful. A pot and some ragged cloth. And the giant skull. Okay, that's the door, I guess. I wonder what's cooking. Hopefully not you. I mean, there's anything else in here. Not sure I like the skull thing, but apparently, you know. I guess we have to look around here. We got some plants. We got nothing that's interactable right now. And we can't go back to the previous screen. So whatever's going on needs to go on here. I don't like the giant flying thing, by the way. Like, they make me very uncomfortable, giant flying things. Can I do anything with any of this stuff? Oh, that's a door. I didn't even notice. Stalking is such a strong word. I prefer to think of it as more as intense research on one individual. By the way, your missing sock is under your bed with me. Just kidding. Let's leave. A cold and welcoming breeze comes from the bottom of the stairs. Sounds ideal. That doesn't sound ideal. I don't like this already. It's a very dark game, this, by the way. What the fucking fuck was that? Just leave. Just leave. If I could find it, maybe I'll do a playthrough of fucking... It's the guy! It's the face man! What? Oh. It's like a puzzle bridge. God damn it. Oh, hang on, there's more... Motherfucker. We did it! Not quite sure how, but we did it. I think this... It's like a... Yeah, just leave. Just leave as rapidly as you possibly can. I don't like... I saw it. It was that man... There, see? You see it? It's a spider bubby. The worst kind of bubby. Just keep running. Hello, spider bubby. Are you there? Are you there, spider... I wish you'd fucking move. This is really... I wouldn't be wandering through here so fucking slowly. Hello? Oh, hi. No rush, dude. Any time you like. See, if you'd walked at the same pace as in the previous areas, that wouldn't have happened. But I guess, you know, suck it up, I suppose. Mom, I had a bad dream. Mom! Oh, well, I guess Mum's dead. Mom! Mom, I had a bad dream. Sweetie, what's wrong? I had a bad dream. Oh, that's too bad, sweetie. I'll be up in a minute and we can eat breakfast together. Alright, hurry up, you stupid bitch. Go change your clothes and I'll be right there. Okay, let's go and do that. Let's go and change our clothes. And so another day started. It was laid of little importance to our story. I won't bother you with the details. The one thing I remember is that even though I played with friends like I always did, I somehow still felt lonely. I didn't enter my new room until later that night. It was time to go to sleep again. The giant green arrow over my bed was suspicious as fuck. Are we going to dream about giant spider babies again, or something else? Could be something else this time, guys. We'll have to wait and see. I'm guessing... Oh, for fuck's sake, why's it to be a fucking labyrinth? I fucking hate labyrinths. Why can't we just have a fucking straight path and nothing else? Why having multiple directions, huh? Yeah, we definitely will save. Hello? Well... This looks shite. Okay, so you only press the happy buttons, I suppose. Not the sad ones. Maybe. I don't fucking know. So I had to press them in a certain order. So... Let's try it this way. Yeah, okay. Just one of those. The hard, sad, and happy doesn't matter. Off we go, Numpkin. I don't like this place at all. This is very Silent Hill, by the way. It's also incredibly dark. It says Anna Corp on the wall, though. So, I guess that's what the nonce's name is, Anna Corp. Okay. Alright. There was... I guess that was Anna. God damn it, Anna. Maybe it's misspelled. Maybe it's Anna Corpse. There was a bumpkin there. Did you guys see the bumpkin? There was a bumpkin in waiting. I fucking saw that bumpkin. This place is a shithole. Okay. We'll go this way. I fucking hate labyrinths. A wanted poster. You gonna elaborate on that further, or... Wanted Anna Corp. for misspelling her name. I guess we just have to find Anna multiple times. That's what we have to do. Anna! Where did you go now? There you go. Anna shits herself every single... Oh god, Anna's face is superimposing itself on the screen. I don't like... Okay. Anna! Instructions how to use a fire extinguisher. Well, that's useful. But what I'd really like is Anna's face to fuck off, personally. Like, I'm not an expert on these things, but... Anna, your face is making it incredibly hard for me to see anything. And... Okay. Am I looking for Anna, or am I just looking for... I don't know. The music's getting spookier and dookier, though. Which I'm not really that okay with. And the shadow people are getting more and more shadowy and... Wadowy? That rhymes, right? Whatever. Listen, Anna. Listen, Anna. Listen, Anna, you bitch. Did I do good? Am I gonna get jump scared by the grudge girl? When you awaken from a deep sleep to find something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what's happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears even when lucid. Something was moving, there was no doubt about that. At first I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. This was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if someone disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either in my imagination or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then I noticed my door, shut as it had been as I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps my mum had checked in on me, and the cat sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought I must have disturbed my cat, but quickly I realised the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet, trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn, violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked, scanning the almost impenetrable darkness. I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted on my mother. I could hear something stirring inside the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed started to shake violently as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around as if tormented by malice. I didn't want to jump down to safety as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into darkness, so I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried and Mother consoled me. Tears of fear followed by relief streamed down my face. Yet through all the horror and relief I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return, if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was true I did not know, but as a child I felt as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go anywhere, be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was Saturday and I played outside, quite happily with my friends. Though our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it was overgrown and we could hide in the bushes. Climb in the huge sycamore tree which towered above all else and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it always was, occasionally my eye would turn to the small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, and innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Outside the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with smiling faces of my friends. Inside the feeling of something in that room watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, But by the time my parents ushered me back into that room, for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest, I couldn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be embraced if I so much as spoke of it. Another night came. It's gonna be a nice stream this time, guys. Factorized. Oh no, not maths! No! Oh, great. Let's have a look around, shall we? Hello, Nomkeen, how you doing? A huge skull. Oh wow, it's looping. A banner and a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out the details. So, should I just keep going or what? Oh, the skull seems to be getting a little upset with me looping forever. So let's keep doing it. Yeah, that's where we want to go. You got eaten up by a beautiful, beautiful skull. Oh wow, we're in Silent Hill now. Hello, it says on the floor. Hi. Hope you are feeling numb. Oh, that looks like a key over there, hang on. How do I get there? Well, it wasn't a key. It was a switch. But, you know, I got that itch to flick a switch. So let's go. I'm really glad the floor said hello to me, though. I've always wanted that to happen. One of my lifelong fantasies was the floor to say hello to me. Obviously, if it happened for real, I'd probably just, like, shit myself and throw myself over a wide area. Okay, so there's, like, spikes there. Let's have a look, shall we? So far, I quite like this. Like, it's very dark. Like, I can't imagine it being that exciting for you to look at, guys. Like, this is just... It's a black screen and occasionally things. Looks like the lights on the runway at airports. Oh, okay. That's an unusual thing to notice as a 5-year-old, but okay. I guess you fly quite a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I fly quite a lot, and I've never fucking really paid much attention to that. That's probably, though, when I'm flying, like when I'm landing in a plane, I always have my eyes screwed up tightly and I'm shitting myself, so, you know. That's probably a direct correlation of that. There's no sprint key in this, by the way. So, you have 2 speeds. I think there was a spook there. Picture is some kind of green landscape. The picture is too bad in shape to make out any details. Okay. Is this where I was before? I can't fucking tell. Everything looks the fucking same. Shit. Are you in? There's a switch here. Alright, guys. That means something somewhere has now become less spiky than it previously was. I'm not an expert on spikes, but that's pretty much what I think has happened. So now we need to backtrack and find where the previous spikes were being spiky. And if they're gone from the previous level of spikiness, we can then ascertain that this is where the spikes no longer are. By the way, I saw some of you saying you wanted to play the Ori sequel. No. That playthrough is actually one of the ones I am least happy with I've ever done. Just because I was so upset. I hated that game so much. Like, it's everything like I don't like about video games in a video game. And I know a lot of you like Ori, but to me it's more like, sorry, I don't like the game. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Where? Are these all things I can pull? No. Where the fuck do I go? This place is a shithole. A confusing big pile of doo-doo. That was my channeling my angry video game nerd. Wow, this is a big poo, piddly, diarrhea, dog shit do. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Okay, this has opened up. Oh my god. It's Jesus. Hi, Jesus. I'd appreciate if you don't jump scare me though, alright? I've got a horrible feeling that that means that there's something bum in the maze with me being a bumbus. Alright, this is open up now. Okay, there's now blood pouring out the walls. Great. Oh god. Please don't kill me. I'm just a little nomkin. I'm just a little lost nomkin. You can't really do anything because I'm completely fucking incompetent. Pretty sure this is opened up now. Yeah. Although, it's just a pile of skulls over here. Oh no, there's a switch there. I'm blind. Huh? Did I just take damage there? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't like that. Make it go away. It's bum. Make it less bum, please. Thanks. That sound wasn't there before, right? Or was it? Alright, that's clear. There can't be that many places I haven't fucking been yet. Oh, God. I have an overwhelming sense of dread right now. Okay, I think that was new. I think probably was. I'm gonna make the assumption that it was. What is in here? Where am I going? Oh god, that's that room. Get out of that room. That room's shit. Alright, where were there spikes left? Anywhere? Okay, there's a giant monster that came through the floor. Some guy tries to get behind me, and I'm now being vacuumed up by a furnace, I think it was. I'm not really sure. It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness, all alone, frightened, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere. A thicken in the air as if something had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twist of the bed sheets below, the first anxious increase in my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word. A word which had sent into exile filtered up through my consciousness, breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching, and carving itself into my mind. Ghost. As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bedsheets lay calm and dormant, but they'd been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic rasping breathed heavily and escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid wheezing and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay, as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed. I skipped that by accident. I lay there terrified. Just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. But that thing lying in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its laboured breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you, or anyone else, coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear would have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like, sitting there, listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to unnerving reality. It began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, it prodded angrily between the two slats into the mattress. Even through the padding, it felt as though something had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry and wheezing shaking. and the moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it, backwards and forwards. Once again, I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not dare say. I simply said one word, over and over again. Nightmare. Just tell her, for fuck's sake. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as not to provide the abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk. Seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way I managed to feign illness a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right. Alone with that thing. With time you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I'd come to realise that for whatever reason the thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I'm sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all. Thanks to the nightmares. Day 7,951. Wondering if I should start shitting the bed. Yeah, let's save. So we're now in a creepy house. And we're falling through the floor, maybe? Earthquake? I mean, it's a dream. What could go wrong, huh? The painted glass depicts a scene from the Bible. See, I told you. For once I'm right, it's Jesus. The sound here is very... Is that a giant spider? It is. Okay. Heads in jars, spooky dookies, squids, bumpkins. It's another earthquake. Wonderful. Giant head floating in a pool of water. Reminds me of HR Geiger, some of this stuff, actually. What's that game that's, like, designed with HR Geiger art? I can't remember. There's a sequel to that coming out soon. Tormentum? Well, this is great. Numpkins, what they gonna do? What they gonna do when they come for you? Oh, fuck me. I got eaten by a fucking wall. No wonder I'm fucking angry. Oh, great. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. There's an army of bubbers looking at me. One of them has a moustache, which makes it even weirder. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Don't make eye contact with the bubbers. And eventually nothing bad will happen. This is the same room again and again and again. We may need to make eye contact with the bubbers, but I don't really want to make eye contact with the bubbers if I can possibly avoid it. I can't tell if anything's changing. We'll do one more lap, then I'll start making eye contact with the bubbers. Okay? Is that fair? Alright. Well, it looks like I can't actually make eye contact with the bubbers. It's not letting me. I can just look at the bubbers and be like, oh, there's some bubbers. Thank you for the non-time bubbers, bye. Oh wow, look, bubbers again. I can't go back either. Huh. Okay, that sound effect's new, right? There wasn't a bubba crying before. Alright, which one of you little shits is crying? Is it you? Stop playing with your nipples. It's weird. It's not becoming of a bubba. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I mean, this is spooky and dooky. Shut up! I don't know. Like, there's nothing to interact with, and the bubbas won't stop. Okay. 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 The Grumpa Bubbas are here. Oh, Jesus Christ. My greatest fears were realised in the winter. The days grew short and the longer nights merely provided the wretch with more opportunities. It was a difficult time for my family. My grandmother, a wonderfully kind and gentle woman, deteriorated greatly since the death of my grandfather. My mother was trying her best to keep her in the community as long as possible. However, dementia is a cruel and degenerative illness, robbing a person of their memories one day at a time. I know that only too well. Soon she recognised none of us. It became clear that she would need to be moved from her house to a nursing home. Before she could be moved, my grandmother had a particularly difficult few nights, and my mother decided she would stay with her. As much as I love my grandmother and felt nothing but anguish at her illness, to this day I feel guilty and my first thoughts were not of her, but what my nightly visitor should do if I became aware of my mother's absence. Her presence being the one thing that I was sure was protecting me from the full horror of this thing's reach. I rushed home from school that day and immediately wrenched the bedsheets and mattress from the lower bunk, removing all the slats and placing an old desk, a chest of drawers and some chairs which were kept in a cupboard where the bottom bunk used to be. I told my father I was making an office which he found adorable, but I would be damned if I give that thing a place to sleep for one more night. As darkness approached, I lay there knowing my mother was not in the house. I did not know what to do. My only impulse was to sneak into a jewellery box to take a small family crucifix which I'd seen there before. My family were not very religious. At that age I still believed in God and hoped that somehow this would protect me. Although fearful and anxious, while gripping the crucifix under my pillow, tightly in one hand, sleep eventually came as I drifted off to dream. I hoped that I would be awakened in the morning without incidents. Unfortunately, that night was the most terrifying of all. Urban Explorer. It's going pretty fast. I don't know how, I don't think it's gonna be an hour. Like, I'm fucking Speedy Gonzalezing through this shit. Yes, we'll save. It says woof. Alright, awesome. That's like a corpse party classroom. Lovely. It's feeling that something's invading your privacy, even without ill will, is still disturbing. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's true. Hi, whatever you are. Bumbuskin. There's a Bumbuskin. I'm very good at identifying monsters and what they do. Look, what the fuck just happened? A big filing cabinet. Can we push it? Nope. Various books that look like would be hard to read. A writing desk with some school material on it. Wonderful. Deeply insightful stuff there. I don't like this place. There's a piece of paper here. It reads knock knock. Great. Wonderful. Can we push this into the thing? Pile of mattresses. Push it. Push it! Okay, I guess. Oh, I guess someone was knocking on the door. And I didn't notice. Okay, Bumbus, I'm coming. Follow the Bumbus. Maybe I shouldn't have followed the Bumbus, but we're going down the ladder anyway. Fuck it. Oh, this place looks lovely. What's this on the floor? Feces? Everyone loves feces, right? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what my name is. Is it just... Am I taking damage? I don't... I'm definitely looping. Okay. Like... I don't know. Maybe this is new? I can't tell. No, we're definitely back to where we were. Let's just test a few things. We'll go right first here. Okay. Well, this is new. Let's just keep going. Maybe I cracked it. Maybe I cracked it. I'm not sure I cracked it. Although that said, we've had endless fucking corridors in this game, looping for fucking ages, so I can't ever tell if I'm making any progress, or if it's just doing a fucking PT and trolling with me, and I need to look at a grain of sand on the floor and trigger an event where a woman comes and slaps on your face. Okay, this is different. Hi. Are we friends or not? Hi guys, how's it going? No? You guys don't want to be friends? Oh, I'm doing something. I'm okay. They're doing a ritual on me for some reason. I don't know why we volunteered to do this. I'd have been like, fuck that shit. Oh, that's this chanting. Are we the Antichrist? That'd be a good twist. You're awfully quiet nowadays. Is there something wrong, son? Nothing. Are you sure? Is there something wrong with your new room? Are you lonely without your brother? No. All right, then. Well done. I worked gradually. The room was once again dark. As my eyes adjusted, I could gradually make out the window and the doors and the walls. Some toys on a shelf, and even to this day I shudder to think of it, for there was no noise. No rustling of sheets, no movement at all. The room felt lifeless. Lifeless, yet not empty. The nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk. It was in my bed! I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. Utter terror had shaken the very sound from my voice. I lay motionless. If I could not scream, I did not want to let it know I was awake. I had not yet seen it, I could only feel it. It was obscured in my blanket. I could see its outline, I could feel its presence, but I dared not look. The weight of it pressed down on top of me, a sensation I will never forget. When I say that hours passed, I do not exaggerate. Laying there motionless in the darkness, I was every bit as scared and frightened, young boy. If it had been during the summer months, it would have been light by then, but the grasp of winter is long and unrelenting, and I knew it would be hours before sunrise. A sunrise which I yearned for. I was a timid child by nature, but I reached a breaking point. A moment where I could wait no more, where I could survive into this intimately deviant abomination no longer. Fear can sometimes wear you out, make you threadbare, a shell of nerves leaving only the slightest trace of you behind. I had to get out that bed. Then I remembered. The crucifix. My hand still lay underneath the pillow, but it was empty. I slowly moved my wrist around to find it, minimizing as best I could the sound and vibrations caused, but it could not be found. I'd either knocked it off the top bunk, or I couldn't even better think of it, been taken from my hand. Without the crucifix, I lost any sense of hope. Even at such a young age, you can be acutely aware of what death is, and intensely frightened of it. I knew I was going to die in that bed if I lay there, dormant, passive, doing nothing. I had to leave the room behind, but how? Should I leap from the bed and hope I make it to the door? What if it's faster than me? Should I slowly slip out the top bunk, hoping to not disturb my uncanny bedfellow? Realizing that it had not stirred when I moved, I tried to find the crucifix. I began to have the strangest of thoughts. Oh god, this isn't the time to be having a fucking seizure. The abyss. Well, that was an unexpected turn. Get rid of his bed. What does it do? Get in your bed. Oh, what the fuck? This is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen this before in a TheRPGMinx. Just gonna keep swimming, I guess. The fishes all seem okay. I'm sure there's probably a big bum fish somewhere. Not a big bum bin fish, just a big bum fish. It's like a sunfish, but a bum fish. Okay, we're going into a submarine. Perfect. I'm glad we can breathe. There was a man floating in the background there, I just noticed. Drain water and remove diving gear, yes. Time to check out the submarine. So are these streams or what? Like, I don't know if they're a direct sort of like, where do I go? Ah, there we go. I I don't know if they're a direct result of the creature. There's a Bombus! Just a man, actually, but still. I'm pretty sure that's the man I saw outside the submarine, actually. I can't get off here? Can I? Oh, I can, yeah. Read the logbook, yes. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I'm now working on a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Mariana Trench. I've always wondered why I was afraid and reached a simple conclusion. The true fear presented here is actually going down into the depths of the depths. It's a combination of all our most common fears. 1. Fear of the dark. When you're at the bottom of a body of water, you can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried swimming as far down in the lake as you can? It gets really dark and cold really fast, about 10 feet down. But even there's nothing compared to the deepest point on the entire crust of the Earth, located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 38,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, the top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is a complete darkness, and this definitely plays into our collective fear of the dark. Okay. How do I change page? Well, this is a lot. Fear of suffocating, fear of the unknown, fear of flying insects, fear of being caught. Lovely. Okay. I'm not going to read all that. That was like a fucking essay. If you would like to read it, you can pause it yourselves, guys. But I'm going to follow the man and find out what the fuck he's doing other than working in the Mariana Trench. Hello! What the fuck is going on now? We're going to be eaten by the Sarlacc pit. I think we are. God damn it. Should I talk to the man? This looks really bad. Like, I'm not an expert on, like, deep sea underwater shit, but yeah, that looked really bad. Hello? A numbkin? Oh, back in bed. What if it was asleep? It hadn't as much as breathed since I woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it finally got me. That I was finally in its grasp, or perhaps it was toying with me. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against me, my mattress with no mother protect me, maybe it was holding off, savouring its victory until the last possible moment. Like a wild animal savouring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible and mustering every ounce of courage I could. I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found underneath those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must have known that I was awake. Nothing. I did not stir. It did not stir, it felt dead. After a few moments I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, wrecked clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust. At the touch of straggled, oily hair, I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wondered this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved. Interesting. Chapter 7 is Hostia. Hostia? Don't know what that word means. Alright, let's keep going. I like this, by the way. I mean, it's really fucking... What the fuck is that? It's really fucking weird. But... okay. I guess we're going inside this giant... Okay. There's eyeball monsters. Lovely. Jellyfish. Hi. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Okay. Are we friends? Monsters? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave. Alright. They're probably numbkins, though. They look friendly enough. Especially the ones on the walls. They look great. So... oh, hi! Yeah, this is very, Hi. Okay, we're gonna leave now. There's, like, little men trapped in the bottom of that thing as well. They're going, oh no, please help me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't have any scissors. Hello, fat men. How's it going? Okay, I guess we're not going that way. Okay, I guess we're not going that way. Guess we're going back the way we came. Alright, we're going back, I guess. I don't fucking know. Oh, yeah, this is totally changed. Oh, hi! Who are you? You a nomkin? It's a nice dance you're doing there. The Eiffel Tower. Maybe. It's not actually, it's like an electric pipe. What the fuck was that? Go away. I don't like this. I mean... Can we have a chat? You want to talk? Can I leave? Okay. I can't leave. Did I just get eaten by a bumpkin? It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cool wall, which the bed lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest. I realised that the clutching, rancid thing which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Suddenly, its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blanket. I now realised where it was taking me. Into the wall. I fought for my dear life. I cried and suddenly my voice returned to me. Yelling, screaming, but no one came. And I realised why it was so eager to suddenly strike. Why this thing had had me now. Through my window. The window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside. Streaked hope. The first rays of sunshine. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would soon be gone. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly putting itself up my chest. Its head now poking out from under the blanket. Wheezing. Coughing. Rasping. I do not remember its features, I simply remember its breath against my face. Foul and as cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contempt was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. Well, I bet not be the end. I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast, a wonderful sight indeed. I'd survived the most horrible experience of my life until then, and now I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I believe would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I know it would try and take mine, and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold frostbitten night, I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there, sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. Oh shit. That's pretty cool. I was good. That was a good little story. I'm glad you guys voted for that. Oh, like, it's the credits. I really enjoyed that. That was It Moves. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really much did enjoy, and I definitely would like to do some more short ones like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed It Moves. Thank you for your support. Wherever you support, it's super nom of you, and I can't thank you enough for being amazing like that. I am sorry things have been so inconsistent this year. I'm speechless at the level of support still, and I thank you so much for being nomkins. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of It Moves. I hope you have a super fantastic, wonderful, brilliant, amazing day, and a new video will be coming soon, I'm sure. Bye, nomkins. See you later.